everybody should be able to hear me. Uh, Share the video if you get a chance to. Peace, love, prosperity to all the family. I appreciate you if you're watching. Like I was saying earlier, I'm gonna make a full presentation about this information probably in the near future, in about 2-3 weeks, probably after Christmas, because I have two presentations that I want to do during Christmas and right after Christmas. But I'll have this one done afterwards. I just thought that the information was too valuable not to share it right now. So I took a couple of major points on it. That shouldn't take probably no more than maybe like 30 minutes. And and that should get at least get us a little bit prepared to what is to come in the future presentation. The title of the presentation is get up the the national organ donor list. A lot of us are under the impression that this is a good thing. I'm gonna get into some quick points as to why it's not, and I'm gonna give you some references where you could go and research the information yourself, because just like I tell everybody, first of all, I don't get paid for this, all right? I don't get paid for y'all to be laughing and mocking me and doing all this other shit. I do this because I feel compelled to. The information has to be known, because I felt like a buffoon not knowing the information. So now I'm compelled to keep digging, to keep knowing what else are they hiding. Why? At least for me, I have children, and I don't want to leave them here ignorant. My life already went in ignorance. I can't allow that with my children as well. I gotta leave them with at least something concrete that they could at least go off this bullshit that they're telling us. And the more I dig, the more I find. And the more I find, the more I'm gonna talk. And the more I'm gonna keep talking. And I'm gonna keep throwing it on y'all face. Y'all can laugh, do whatever y'all want to with the information. But at least do yourself the favor to research it. Research it. Don't believe shit I'm telling you. I ain't asking you to believe me nothing, because in the end, it's my perspective. And I'm fighting for me. Nobody else. I can't change nobody's mind. I can't force you to believe nothing. All I could do is show you the door. It's up to you if you go through the door. Because even if I push you in there, you could always just walk right out. So with that said, just take the information and research it. Research it yourself, and see where it leads you. If you have common sense and you have an open mind, you're gonna be able to put the pieces together, because it's a puzzle, family. That's all it is. It's a puzzle to keep us entertained, not knowing the real reality. So we got to figure out what's real and what's not. Some of us don't give a fuck about searching. Some of us do. Some of us are compelled to keep searching, and I'm gonna keep doing so. But anyways, let's get to the information. Organ donors. First thing, most important thing, I don't care what nobody tells you, organ donors are alive during organ harvesting. Organ harvesting is just how you hear it. Like when you go harvest a crop, when you go take out the dirt, what was already there, you rip it out of the dirt. You're harvesting the crop. All right? You do the same when you donate your organs. Now I know everybody immediately like, this fucking idiot. You're dead when you donate your organs. We gonna get into that. We gonna get into that briefly, because this is, I try to put a whole presentation together, but this was just too much. It was just way too much information. Let me make sure that everybody's watching and well, that at least Facebook hasn't kicked me out. So all right, cool. So I'm still live, just making sure. But you're not dead, family. You're not dead. They just inject you with a paralyzer, no anesthesia. All right, no anesthesia. Like now, before the year 1968, a person declared dead only was declared dead only after the heart and breathing has stopped. Okay, before 1968, a person was declared dead only after the heart and breathing has stopped. Okay, only by those two was a person declared dead. All right, if your heart has stopped and you have stopped breathing. All right, once those two things happen, you were declared officially dead. Before from 1968 before that. All right, now what we currently know as brain dead was never heard of before 1968. It is literally a brand new term. Do your own research. You could go look it up. Oh, I already did. I looked it through. Before 1968, there was no such term as brain dead. All right, it never existed. Now, it was when doctors realized that they could take an organ from an almost dead person and implant it into another person to keep the person alive, that a Pandora's box was open. All right, it was in that moment when they realized, holy shit, this motherfucker was half dead. And this guy needed a liver. And we took the liver from dude and put it on him, and that shit worked. But they realized this dude wasn't dead. He was half dead. All right? So now, through their trial and error and all that, they figured out that the organ couldn't come from a dead body, because organs begin to damage almost immediately once the circulation stops. All right, once your heart stops, all right, and you stop breathing, you stop receiving oxygen, there's no circulation. Once that happens, your vital organs, all right, your most vital organs, like I wrote them here somewhere, like the liver, the lungs, the pancreas, the intestines, they all immediately start to not decompose, but they start, well, it might be decomposed, but they start to damage themselves. So they're no longer good immediately after you stop breathing. All right, now when they realized that, that's when they knew that they needed a person that was about to die. There was no saving this person. Either that, or like I said, through their trial there, they came to find out that the damage begins almost immediately after circulation. Now, their solution to needing the organs from a live person were what? Well, they contrived the term brain dead, because technically speaking, you are dead, but you're dead from movement. You're a vegetable, family. That's all you are. You're not gonna have no movement. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna become a welfare case, where you're gonna apply for some type of what is that, disability. You're gonna get a check, so you're gonna become an expense for the country itself. You're a vegetable. You're technically dead, but you just can't move around. You don't have motion. All right, but you still have feeling. You're still coherent. You still have thought. All right, you might not be able to move, and your brain might not be able to send a signal to make your body move. But that has nothing to do with what you feel. All right? Yeah, you're brain dead. You're a vegetable. But you're still there. You're still there. So let's move on. It says, while you're brain dead, you're technically dead. What they don't tell you is your body is dead of movement. You're a vegetable, but very alive and can feel everything. These are my notes in case everybody thinks that I'm reading. This is just something I wrote so I can remember what it is that I needed to tell. I'll have it better in a presentation form at a later date. But anyways, once labeled brain dead, doctors notoriously go to try to convince the family to donate the organs. And if the family is not available, the government is contacted and they make the decision for you. All right? So immediately, once they declare you brain dead, they go tell the family you dead. They don't go into specifics. They just tell them there is nothing else we could do. And they start pushing on you the fact that they want you to be an organ donor. All right? And if the family's not there and you went and got you a license to ask for permission to be able to drive, go watch my video on Marriage Licenses Decoded, or go hear my podcast in Enhanced Awareness Radio. It's also on my Facebook page. You could hear the presentation of Marriage License Decoded in there. But once you go get that driver's license and ask permission, if Daddy give you permission to drive, they ask you that very question. Would you like to be a donor? And a lot of us be like, well, I'm gonna be dead anyways. So yeah, I might as well help because it's for a good cause. You think about it, it's for a real good cause. But like all things, like that driver's license that you went and got, and you didn't research what a driver's license was. You didn't go and research if you was gonna be really dead. They just asked you, would you like to become a donor? That's all they ask you. In the case of an accident, your organs might be helpful for somebody else. But they didn't tell you if you was gonna be dead or not. Right? Right. All right, let's go on. All right, now, once you become a donor, you're kept alive for no less than 24 hours. Sometimes days if you're really healthy, all right? So if you one of them motherfuckers that been healthy all your life and you ain't smoked, so you got healthy lungs and all this other shit, they could keep you from 24 hours on, all right? If you're really healthy and your body has lots to offer, they harvest your body all these days and you go through excruciating pain and suffering. You literally become an organ warehouse with the sole purpose of organ preservation until they find someone they could sell your organ to and profit from it. All right? So let's say you was a real healthy motherfucker, right? You was a real healthy motherfucker. You never smoked. You were vegan. You didn't do no drugs. You was always right and kept healthy. All your shit real good, but you just happened to be in a car accident. And your driver's license says that you're an organ donor. Now, they might be able to save you. But because you don't have the right insurance, and the operation and everything might cost too much, they might do everything to level you out, but they not gonna save your life. You still gonna require that operation. And if you happen to die not happen to, but if you become brain dead because of the accident, they gonna tell your family you dead. And now you're a real healthy motherfucker. Now we could harvest your lungs, your liver. We could harvest your pancreas, your intestines, etc., etc., etc. All the vital organs. Now, that don't mean that everybody, all your organs going to go as one. And if you do, you're lucky. You still going to feel the pain because every incision, remember, they don't give you anesthesia because technically speaking, you're already dead. So all they do is give you a paralyzer. All right? Now, there's proof of this, but there's proof of this because while they're doing this incisions on you, there's a machine that has your vitals run. Deep, 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 deep. And while they're doing those incisions and harvesting your organs, your blood pressure skyrocket. Tick, 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 tick. And that shit get the, that might be your pulse or whatever, but that shit get the jumping. That line right there get the jumping because your blood pressure skyrocketing, which is a sign of what? Pain. Something's happening. Something's happening to you, and you feeling every bit of it. I wonder what could be happening. Maybe the fact that they're keeping you alive, family. They're keeping you alive while they taking your lungs out so they can save this other motherfucker because you signed to be a fucking donor. You just never went and read and looked up the fact that you was only going to be brain dead, but you was going to feel every motherfucking thing. Because once you dead, your vital organs, they start damaging damn near immediately. Everything else that they have a little bit of time to harvest off your ass, once you're dead, it's only a 24-hour period that they have. It ain't that much. And the vital organs, they're already no good. So you think the ambulance show up over there to save your life. But if the ambulance get there and you have dead and there might be no saving you, I guarantee you, I haven't looked this up. This is just a thought I'm having. But I guarantee you there's something in place that tells them that their job, especially if they see that your identification says you're a donor, that you're a donor, that their job becomes to preserve your body and make sure that they don't die in the process of transferring you to the hospital. You already, technically speaking, dead because these people in the ambulances ain't no food. But now you could become a harvest factory where, okay, we're going to come take your lungs, and they have up to 4 or 5 days to try to find somebody that might need your liver or that might need one of your intestines. And every time they do that operation on you, not only are you in excruciating pain because of the shit they done took from you, but that new incision that they're making to cut off the other organ, oh, you feeling every bit of that, family. Every bit of that. Every bit of that. And they're going to keep you alive until they monetize everything off of you. Everything off of you. They going to make sure of that. They going to make sure of that. Because it's all about monetizing your body to the very end. To the very, very end. All right? Now, during the harvesting, your blood pressure spikes tremendously, like I was telling you, in the machine monitoring you. On a regular procedure, a doctor would immediately halt all incisions to administer more anesthesia, for the spiked blood pressure is a sign of excruciating pain. But since we give over our bodies of our loved ones over to them, you know, they have full power and there's no anesthesia used, just a paralyzer. Now, right now, this very second, there's 105,000. Listen, family, there's 105,000 people waiting for a kidney transplant. 105,000 people waiting for a motherfucking kidney transplant. And 20% of them are repeat people whose last kidney went to waste because whatever reason the one they got first, their body didn't accept it. That's 105,000 people, family. 105,000 people that are waiting for a transplant. That's 105,000 bodies that are required alive to make sure this other ones stay alive. And they got to go through all this excruciating pain. Now, don't think this only happens in America, because you could easily go to IRODAT.org, which is IRODAT.org. That's the International Registry in Organ Donation and Transplantation. And you could pick your country, family. Pick a country. Your government, when you die, especially if you're in a third world country, when you die, oh, they get to do whatever they want with your body. And if you are a healthy motherfucker, oh, they gonna make use of you. They gonna make use of you, and they gonna make sure of it. They gonna make sure of it. Now go look it up. The website is IRODAT.org. IRODAT.org, which stands for International Registry in Organ Donation and Transplantation. Go look it up. I want you to go look it up. And go see how many transplants are done yearly. How many transplants are done worldwide. How many bodies are required for these transplants. And keep in mind that these are our loved ones being used for these transplants and this harvesting. And they're alive while this is happening. Now I'm going to let you think about that. That's the information I wanted to show. There is much, wait, trust me. There is much, much more than this. But I'm going to make a full presentation with a lot of stats and information and sources in regards about the information that I just presented to you guys in this short presentation. If you get to watch, if you do watch, please share the video. I encourage everybody to follow me on Facebook or subscribe on YouTube under Sergio Campos. I appreciate it. Share the video. Look up the information. Don't just take it and laugh. If you do, good luck, you know. But that's something we got to think about, especially if it's not you the one on the list, then it might be a loved one. It might be your mama. It might be your kids. Maybe you might want to relate the information to them. But share the video. I appreciate you. Peace, love to all the family. And look forward to this presentation. And for that pagan ass holiday Christmas, oh yeah, I'm gonna drop a nuke on that one too. Alright, so I'm gonna see you on the next one. Love y'all. Take care. Peace.